Hi, my name is Jennifer, and you are welcome to my channel. So basically, I'm going to be talking about like a whole lot, yeah. And today we're going to be doing first time for everything, basically. So, um, this I'm going to talk about the first time that I overcame being shy on stage. So, as we all know, I'm a plus size model, but at the same time, but before I became a plus size model, I used to be like a professional dancer. So, growing up, I used to be very shy, very shy. So I couldn't walk on the road alone. I always felt like, cause being body shamed and everything with the robot and the name calling and stuff. So I always just wanted to be myself, basically. But I had a skill, so I love to dance. Dance was like my escape mode. I just enjoyed dancing. I taught myself self-taught. I don't know if you guys remember Save the Last Dance and Center Stage. Those are like the movies, dance movies back then. And somehow, I was able to learn the basics of contemporary dancing. But I was just dancing in my room. It's clear, so I couldn't get anybody to watch me dance, or I was really shy. So in my year one, I met my roommates. Then found out I could dance, and I wouldn't say convinced me, more like kidnapped me to go perform somewhere. But it's not perform, like to audition. So they kidnapped me to go audition somewhere to join a dance group. And yeah, as much as I was excited, but then I was really shy. So they asked me to perform, and I did, and they loved it because without any training, I already had like skills, like great skills. And but I had like a deal. I told them that if I'm going to join their group, I won't be able to perform in public. I'll just do rehearsals with them, and then I won't be able to dance in public. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. We could work around that. I didn't actually know that it was a trick, So one of the rehearsal days, we're dancing, we learned to dance, and they're like, we have to perform that evening. So I said they're running out of, they need one more dancer, female dancer. And they were looking at me like, no, that's not what we talked about. We agreed that I am definitely not going to dance. So after so much guilt, emotional guilt, and or they were like I can't perform, they have to cancel. I know it's a bad reputation to the dance group and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I had to kind of for costume. I was looking very funny that day because the costume was like, you have to look like a guy, like shirts, short jeans. Because I didn't plan it, so I didn't really have the whole costume thing lined out. So I had to go and borrow people's stuff. Like, hey, could you give me your shoes? Or could you give me this? So I was just going with a look, but I was also hoping that by then they're going to change their mind about having me perform on stage. So I got to the venue and I saw the dance director there, and I was so scared. I was so scared, and to think about it, like I was so nervous, and my body was shaking. It was a very interesting period. Like, so when it was time, they called us on stage. I was the last person to get on stage, and oh my god! So when I climbed on stage, I had like everybody started laughing. It was crazy. Everybody started laughing at me. Like, I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me. It was that bad. Like, I was so ashamed, and I felt that the world, in fact, floor open up and swallow me, it's fine. I'm okay with it. Like, but something happened. I don't know where that courage came from. I had the option of just walking out and be done with the dance and just move on. But then I stayed back. So I stayed back because I knew I was good. And yeah, even if I was plus size and I was thick, and also people were expecting me to come and flop, I also know that I had the skills that most of the girls I was on dancing with don't have. Because suicide dancing, step performing, and then the laughter turned to clapping, and yeah, and after that moment, you know, I felt like I'm never going to go on stage again. That's why I told my dance director, never ever going to go on stage again, because I felt so humiliated. But at the same time, I don't regret that moment, in the sense that if I didn't climb on stage, I think I would have been in my shell for a very long time. I wouldn't be able to break out from, you know, the whole insecurity, not being confident enough, because I was really good. But then I didn't want the world to see what my talent was. I didn't want the world to know that I was good at something like this. So I just disappeared into my shell. So I think the moral of this is the fact that what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, that's talent that you have, that skill that you have, and that you're hiding out, and you don't want people to know about it, and you feel like you're not good enough. So what's the worst that can happen, basically? You know, so why don't you just, take a step forward and try? Because fast forward down the line, because I performed on that stage and I didn't walk away, I started doing more dancing on stage. I was bold enough to even start organizing my own dance events, and from dance event I switched to modeling and working on stage, like big stages and all. But I couldn't have been able to do that if I didn't make that first step. Which sometimes the first step it always feels hard. It always feels like, how are you going to go about it? How everybody's gonna laugh at you, and oh yeah, let them laugh. It's okay. They should laugh. I think that's like literally the worst thing that could happen. People laughing. So you would always have last laugh, and that's the truth. Especially once you know that you're good at what you're doing, don't be afraid. Just keep trying. And even if you fail, you try again. You stand up and you keep trying. So I feel like failure is more of when you give up, when you stop trying. That's when it's failure. But you keep, when things don't go the way you want them to go, or when your projects or whatever projects have in mind or have at hand doesn't go the way you want to go, you giving up is where the failure is. Because sometimes you try the first time, you try the second time, you try the third. That doesn't mean that the seventh time won't work out. So you can't afford to just pack up and let go like that. Okay, so I'm also going to remember another first time. So another first time was the first time I emceed an event. It was very funny. So okay. So I was actually doing okay, so I'm going to remember the first time that I actually emceed an event, the first time I did that. So I was able to I could dance, yeah. So after that first moment where I went on stage, I did the whole dance and everybody loved it and all that, but I got really good at dancing. So I started performing all over town and in concerts, and I could dance. Like on stage, I was a different person. But then that was it. Like that was me dancing. I got myself to be able to dance on stage, but I couldn't talk to like a lot of people. Like when it comes to talking, I still get like really shy. So, so someone heard my voice once somewhere and like, oh, you have a very good voice. I'm like, oh, thank you. So the person was like invited me to a radio station to do a voiceover and asked me, okay, this is how you go about it. And then I did it. I loved it. And then that was how I started working in a radio station. But then, I get working, with radio, you have to be behind the scenes, so nobody really needs to say you. So I was still very shy. I hadn't like officially stepped out of my comfort zone because people could just hear your voice, but they won't see you, so it didn't matter to me. So I got a job to MC the event, and it was in another city. So I just assumed that, oh, okay, because it's another city, I should be able to handle it because nobody really knows me there. So even if I mess up and all, it won't matter. So, so yeah, okay. So before then, I was already anchoring red carpet. So, but red carpet is easy. I won't say it's easy, but that you could just be, on the red carpet and people walk up to you to talk to you. So you don't have to talk to like a lot of people at once and like control like a massive, huge crowd. So yeah, I did that. I was good at red carpet. So and I traveled to another city to anchor their event. Then their event is almost like an Igbo setting event. So the thing is, I didn't start speaking Igbo till like much later. I didn't grow up speaking Igbo. So my Igbo was not really my strong suit. It wasn't something I was very good at yet. And then I wasn't funny. I wouldn't say I'm funny because I felt like as an MC in this before. So that was when I knew there was a difference between being an MC and being like a compare, like being a host, an event host, and then being an MC. So they called me to be an MC, and I was not funny. So and I climbed stage. And it felt like the mic was not working. It felt like the mic was not working. And so I was like, hello, hi, my name is Jennifer, and I'm going to be your MC. So there was this, everybody was staring, literally, everybody. If stairs could kill, I could have just dropped there and there. So, I was wearing heels, so it was funny. I was surprised I didn't even drop, like, fall down because of the heels and the stairs. So, and I realized that I couldn't really say much. I couldn't, because I wanted to connect with them. So luckily for me, I had, like, a co-MC. So he said, so that made something funny. Like he said something funny, and I was able to have like a comeback. So I think when it comes to sarcasm, I'm not that bad when it comes to sarcasm. So I was able. So I also knew like a little bit of broken English and everything. So I did pidgin English. I knew a bit of pidgin English. So I had to combine both, and voila. So I think all I'm saying is don't give up on what you're doing because you're worried about what people are gonna say, or you feel like you're not good enough and stuff. And then when you keep trying, you just have to keep trying and trying because you never can tell that that thing that you're hiding could be your huge moment. It could be what takes you out there. It could be what takes you to the next phase or takes you to that next big project. Because I feel like one of the things also that I do, I try not to regret anything that happens, because it leads us to, it helps us do or be better in whatever we're coming, whatever that is coming next. So yeah, don't lose hope, don't give up, keep pushing. And if you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button, subscribe, and I'll give you like a gist next time. No. I'll let you guys know another first time. I feel like I've told you guys first time, too much first time today. So yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your first time doing stuff was like. Are you shy? Did you have that boldness and confidence to go do stuff? Alright. Bye.